Hey folks, welcome back. Today we're playing Myth the Wind Age. This is the Dungeon World tabletop role-playing game based on the Bungie game series. Let's get started. All right. So last time we left off, somebody want to give a synopsis? Do you guys remember what happened? We need a refresher.
Go Ken.
So yeah, after we were dealt with the guys in the cave, we met back up with the caravan, and everyone said they were going back to Gower, and we decided to head to Carfin because we found some texts, needed somebody to translate them.
You got it, yeah. Yeah, so you guys defeated the Myrkridia, and the Myrkridia had a hold of this tome of like dark runes that someone had given to them. So Myrkrid, who is the assistant apprentice to the headmaster of the Warlocks Guild, is working on translating it. You guys have been summoned before Emperor Letrime of the former, well, still technically current Caith Brewig Empire in the city of Land Carfan, which is the capital and now the only real city of the Empire that's left. Let's see. Ken, you have some echo going on. You might want to correct that. I don't know.
He's got his cave dwelling.
Yep. Okay. So anyway. So you guys get shown into this grand ballroom or this grand throne room, and keep in mind, guys, this is, for many of you, this is the nicest, like, cleanest, most impressive place that you've ever been. One of you had been here in the city before. I think it was Gustav. Gustav, do you remember being in Lankerfan in your backstory?
Yeah, that was probably like this place like a ago. I have met some very nice ladies then.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So Gustav, you've been to court before, but for everyone else, this is like the only, not the only walled city, because Gower was also a walled city. All human cities that survive to this era are walled cities, of which there are not many, and even villages, have some kind of like palisade. But this has proper like old worlds, leftover legendary from the Age of Reason city walls. So they have these shining white walls like a proper, castle fortress town. There's this huge palace that stretches up into the sky, and you guys are ushered in, you're brought before the emperor, who is, sitting there on his throne looking down at you guys, and behind him is the emblem of the empire, which is a white tower on an azure field, the great flag flying, and we've got all these very wealthy looking folks in heraldry. The emperor is already in court when you guys are ushered in. The herald at the door announces you, and he says, the emperor he's speaking to Majarin, who's the head of the warlocks, the big imposing figure guy with the bat on his staff, and they're kind of conferring quietly when you guys come in, and the emperor motions for the warlock to table this discussion, and he turns to you and he smiles and he gets up out of his throne, and the herald next to you guys says, "Oh, you should bow." He kind of gestures for you guys to genuflect. What do you do?
I genuflect like magically, like oomph.
Sure. Yeah. The king's like rising to me, and I'll bow to him.
I bow deeply and quickly, and when I do so, there's like little embers of like sparks that come out of my jacket.
Everybody in the courtroom jumps when the sparks come flying, and you see one of the guardsmen, like who's standing next to the throne, like reaches for his sword for a second, and then it seems like nothing is happening. So he sheathes it again, and the emperor kind of waves him away, and he says, "So you're the monster slayers. Who's the leader of this merry band?" He looks
Yep.
you all over. Okay.
Walker's the
Is it
master, but
Gustav? Or is it Jack?
it could be Russ. No, he's a GM. Sorry.
That's different.
No. The name of the is because that's what I thought you said at first. The name of his character is Rufus. That's what
That's what I thought you
that's
said
the name
too.
of. But he's not the leader either. I think it's gonna be either Gustav, right? It's probably Gustav, right?
Could be me,
Because
or it could be Gustav. We dump it on
that makes
Gustav.
the most sense.
The king waits patiently as you confer amongst yourself.
Like,
Who's
it's
gonna
like,
speak?
like, I'm in charge? No, you're in charge.
All right. You don't really want me in charge
Like,
at all.
hey, you're in charge. I'm just the face.
Yeah.
Oh, right, exactly. The face is the face.
Yeah. The face comes first. Emperor. We're kind of a committee to
He says,
destroy the enemies of humankind.
I understand, but one among you must be chosen to represent the men of Gower at court. Who will it be?
No, it'll be me.
Very good.
I'm in the Gower, right? That whole town came from. Yes.
The emperor waves his scepter to the chamberlain, a man in the same livery as the emperor's, and he says, "Summon the war council and call the court." And then he says, "What is your name?" He looks down at you, Jack.
I am Jack, the mighty. I hold the ember of Dram Stroker, and have the voice of Gustav has proclaimed my powers.
I start playing my lute, going, Jack! Oh,
I love it.
universe.
Oh god. So the king is. Are you playing to impress the king, or are you just entertaining everybody?
I'm playing to basically. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna play to entertain the king.
Okay, so you can. Let's see. I can open up the basic moves. I forgot to do that. I opened up all my source material for the setting, and I forgot to open up the rules.
Isn't this sort of like happy wife, happy life, right? Like if you're playing for the king, aren't you really playing for everybody?
Yeah.
That's kind of like
If the
a
king's
parlay.
smiling and snapping, then everybody's
So
gonna
yeah, but
smile and snap,
metagame
right?
wise,
Oh, the king.
what I'm asking is, do you want to make a move? Do you want to get something for your playing?
Ah.
Yeah, there you go. Get some.
Yeah,
You got to get the daughter. Does the emperor have a
I'm
daughter?
trying to impress the king, so he looks upon us more favorably.
Okay, very good. Roll parlay.
Oh, you pull out that old charm.
Okay. Yeah. So the king is quite impressed with your playing, and he gestures to another group of fellows who are kind of off in the wings. There's quite a few people in the courtroom, even though it's just him and the warlock up front. Not courtroom, in the king's court. And he says, let's see, what's this guy's name? Baladon, you could learn something from this fellow. Why don't you discuss? And he motions to Baladon, who's the court bard, who to basically come over and talk to you. And Baladon kind of, he looks like a little put on the spot, but he smiles and gives a dramatic flourish, in acknowledgement of the Emperor's command. And he goes over and starts comparing notes with you, Gustav, and asking you about the pieces that you play, that kind of stuff. What do you say to him?
I'm going to use this moment to really hype up on the amazing story of how Jack led the charge into the dire marsh, found the troll cave, and with the help of his stalwart and brave companions, down the troll and discovered
A brave Mina,
important
Yulia, and
lore that
Ludwig.
could
All right, so he starts talking shop with you, like he's asking you about the lyrics and stuff like that, and he kind of takes you off he removes you into a smaller side chamber and to practice a couple riffs. So he's kind of like having a little mini jam session with you, and there's a couple other bards there too that play for the court. So he's sort of inviting you to be incorporated into their little band. Band meaning, of course, the musical band. Okay, let's see. So the Chamberlain goes off at the Emperor's command, and he starts to he goes off into the wings and he kind of disappears for a few minutes. And Emperor says, "Jack, you may approach." And he gestures for you to come forward.
I put on a big old smile.
Okay. Whoever stops you from harassing the other party to get +1 forward to dealing with them. But what do you say to the Emperor?
Yes. How can I help you? We can destroy the bad guys for you. Good thing you had a +1 forward. Burning brand. What?
No, I'm sorry. I'm just reading it. I didn't mean to trigger.
Oh, okay. So somebody gonna. So what do you say that annoys the Emperor?
I tell him that that this tiny small town of Gower has got some of the better women because they got more muscles, and that's why I like Gower better than the land carton.
He frowns and he says, "Yes, I see." And he's unsure what to do. Is somebody going to interrupt Jack and straighten things out? No. Okay.
No, I'm probably gonna make things worse.
All right.
I'm busy with the other bards.
So in any case,
he's like tuning.
the Emperor, in any case, says quietly to you, "It's a pleasure to finally meet you in person. Captain Tomas speaks very highly of your group. Tell me about yourself."
I'm just your average punk from Gower, who's rose to the occasion to defeat the darkness. And this Dram Stroker, Tim, he lit the fire in my heart, and so that the flame will carry on and shine brightly in the darkness against these enemies.
He says, "Very good, very good." He kind of claps you on the shoulder and he says, "How did you come to lead the warriors of Gower?"
I jumped in first and raised my hand, and then never looked back.
The Emperor frowns in consternation. Like, what do you is that? He says, "Is that how military leaders are chosen in Gower?"
Well, the other ones are dead. I guess you could say I jumped into the mass of enemies and defeated them and survived.
He laughs and he says, "I like you, Jack."
You gotta be nimble and quick.
Okay, and as you guys are talking, members of the court begin to file in. Let me move you guys to the court page.
I'm pretty sure the Emperor has figured out that I'm not that smart.
All right, yeah. So he said, he says, seems like you're presenting yourself as a simple fighter, but it must take some greatness to overcome these creatures. He says, people of the court file in, and there's all these lords and ladies who are gathering around the king's court, and when everybody's gathered, the Chamberlain gives a signal as he comes back into the room, and the Emperor says, he kind of he calls the court to order, and the Baladon comes in and plays a riff, and then everybody is silent. And the Emperor Latream says he calls you up. Well, actually, I guess he steps up onto the dais, Jack, and
Sure.
he beckons you to stand next to him, and he says, "Today, in the presence of our noble court and under the watchful gaze of the realm, we gather to honor an individual of exceptional courage and unwavering resolve. Jack the Mighty, in these troubled times, your valor illuminates our path and kindles hope in the hearts of our people. Jack the Mighty, we honor you for your deeds in the defense of Gower and your victory over the servants of the dark." And as he's saying this, he gestures to the Chamberlain, who's holding out a velvet box, and opens the box. And he says, "Under the light, we hereby name and title you Jack Devilslayer. We hereby grant you stewardship of the village of Gower and its demesnes." And the steward opens this box, and there's this beautiful gleaming silver medallion with an upturned face showing a great flame. And he says, "Jack Devilslayer, it is our privilege," and you can tell he's using the royal we, "to award you the Sigil Virtus, the highest honor of our land. We're grateful for your service, and we are proud to count you among the finest champions of the Cath Brewing." And there's a smattering of applause from the court. And you see that Damas is, I forgot to put his pog on the board, but you see Damas is there with the assembled noble folk, and he claps and gives kind of a little cheer for you guys. And the Emperor basically pins this medal on your chest.
I love it. I immediately get 1 XP.
Yeah, there you go. And the Emperor claps his hands and it says, "Now let us celebrate music." And Baladon says, "All right, we're on." And Gustav, he pulls you out of the wings, and you guys play. Go ahead and yeah, you're definitely been recognized in this case. Yeah, so you guys play and entertain the court, and everyone's got into this rousing atmosphere as this party begins. The court loves parties, of course, and the court bards begin this rousing violin set with sharp dramatic drum beats. What are you adding? What are you contributing to the piece, Gustav?
Well, I'm adding here. Like they're playing like normal style, but like I went the like one movie where like like they introduced rock and roll into uh medieval
Medieval rock and roll.
Very good.
rock and roll.
Okay, so
I'm excited.
yeah, so the court is quite impressed with your music style, but you're not really the center of attention. Everybody's kind of crowding around Jack and introducing themselves. Jack, you find yourself suddenly surrounded by other nobles, and until for a couple seconds, they kind of all shaking hands, saying hello, kind of thing, and then a group of footmen in white tower on blue livery of the Empire hurry into the room, and kind of they politely, gently break people up, and they lead you to assigned seats in the banquet hall. They start bringing out pitchers of wine and huge trays of hors d'oeuvres. Gustav, let's see, you're actually playing.
You misspelled your name, Stroker instead of Stoker.
Oops.
What are you doing over there, Dram?
Let's.
I'm stroking. Hey, but yeah, can I do pyrotechnics?
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, so you do pyrotechnics. What does it look like? What do you do?
I don't know. I guess
I
set the room on fire.
Oh boy.
What does it look like? It looks like like fireworks.
Okay. The Emperor, everybody takes cover and goes scrambling. The Emperor says, "Enough, enough." And the music stops, and he says, "Fire, fire!"
I'm gonna do no regrets. Let's see. No, artful dodger. Is that what I can do with this? That's that. What 8 or your fear? What is it?
Oh, go
Not gonna
ahead,
lie, I
do
did
it.
not expect you guys to set the throne room on fire.
Fire. I can do this. I can do this. I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna enter. I'm gonna absorb it, so I'll take damage.
Okay.
I'll take it to heart. So I have a burning. My hand glows and it sucks all the flames that would burn the curtains and stuff into me, and so you can take damage or whatever it is. Roll your
Okay.
damage?
Take a 3 damage.
All right, that's
Okay.
cool. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do
So
that.
you
And
and
that's enough
everybody's the room's just quiet for a minute. Like everyone's not quite sure what to say. Jack, you're there. You've quenched the flames. And the guards are looking uncertainly at the emperor, like, you guys are the guests of honor, should we escort this guy out, kind of thing. And you find that you have a guardsman standing on either side of you, Drum. And
I put my fists in beer.
okay.
Okay. But as Act like jumps into the fire and takes the hit, I use my arcane archie, heal him right away.
Okay,
And
very good.
I try to
Wow.
attitude,
Jack the Immortal.
Jack the Immortal, fire can't hurt him.
The emperor says, "Is that true?"
I absorbed the brand. Yeah, fire can hurt me still. It's just the fire from my master. I savor it.
I'm sorry, I
He
got
says, "I see."
carried away there.
He says, he just emperor the emperor waves the guards away and says, "It's all right, it's all right," and they resume their posts. He Gustav, so he gestures to you, Gustav, and he says, "Play on." And you,
Lights for the band, but now they won't let me be the manager.
My master has been fucked up. You're making me look bad, master.
So Gustav, you're in the bard section, so you're not sitting with everybody. But you find that there is a young noblewoman in a fashionable high-cut silver and white gown, who kind of finds her way over to your section and is hanging out with the players. And there's sort of a brief look of disdain that's exchanged between some of the other noble folk, as like, you guys are like the riffraff, and the nobles don't really hang out with you. But this woman seems cheerful and determined, and she waits, and she's kind of waiting for a break in the set to introduce herself. Jack, you get placed in the assigned seats between two noble women, a wiry, thin redhead and a fine blue embroidered tunic, who introduces herself as Lady Lyria Dracarn, and a stern middle-aged woman in an old-fashioned emerald ball gown, Lady Doreen Valethorn. They both seem to have a good opinion of you, but they don't like each other much at all. They're very polite and proper, but they're kind of like, they sort of jockey for position of like who gets to, say hello to you first, and it ends up being the Lady Valethorn, because she is the senior. She says hello, and the Lady Dracarn waits with kind of a smiling, polite, patient resentment to introduce herself to you, as a Lady Valethorn is saying hello, and she offers her hand to greet you, and she says, "So you're from Gower, is that right?"
That's true.
Oh,
Good old boy.
Who are your parents?
John and Mary Smith, pretty much. I was kind of an orphan after the first Myrkridian attack.
Oh, I apologize for bringing up old wounds. Such is the lot of many in this land, I suppose. And she kind of does the, oh dear, sympathetic but not really understanding.
It's fine.
So she starts grilling you about your background, And Lady Dracarn, sort of interjects every now and then, and steals a question from Lady Veilthorn. Are you withholding anything? What kind of stuff do you tell them?
All right. So, which one's the better looking one again? Which one was the stern one?
The stern middle-aged woman is Lady Veilthorn, and the wiry thin redhead is Lady Dracarn. They're both they're both good-looking in different ways, but there's the older one and the more youthful one.
What's the one that's hanging out with the guards right now? You said.
She's a different one.
The Lady Dracarn is wearing a tunic as opposed to a gown, which is a little unusual. Although it's very nicely embroidered, like noble tunic.
I gotta take fucking notes. All right,
Okay,
which one was the younger wirehead or redhead? Redhead.
That was Lady Dracarn. I do have all their names on the map in Roll20. You guys can see those, right?
I see a bunch of blank things.
Oh, really? Darn.
Yeah, no, we don't see the names. They have to be.
Okay, let me just paste all the names in chat for the sake of your sanity.
Cool.
Let me figure out how to quickly do that. 1 second.
I don't see us on there either. Are we supposed to be on there somewhere?
No, I didn't plunk your pogs down, but you guys are there. If it becomes important, we'll put you on the map. Let's see. Okay, Lady Lyria. Okay, their last name is the name of their house, so that's easy to remember, hopefully. And then Lady Doreen Veilthorn.
So Dracarn's got is the youthful one. Youth.
Yes, she's the relatively youthful. She's
and Doreen.
And she seems kind of athletic for a noble woman. And then there's the Lady Doreen is the matronly middle-aged woman. And then let's see, Dram, you're seated with hold on, doing things out of order here. I got to change my description slightly. Okay, yeah. So you're seated with an enthusiastic blonde nobleman with a finely gilded but slightly greasy tunic, and you notice he's wearing this kind of thin circlet with a silver raven on it. And there's actually 3 people in the room that are wearing the same circlet. He says, "You're the he's searching for the word pyracist. Is that right?"
Yeah, you could call me that. Hey! Silver ravens, smart birds!
He says, we certainly like to think so. He smiles and he says, Crow Lord Kalen at your service. And I'll paste his name in the chat as well.
Lord Kalen!
Here we go.
A flame pirate hunter at your service.
A flame pyre hunter. What does it take to kill a flame pyre? He says.
A lot of garlic. Ah!
He laughs.
Oh, but in all seriousness, flame pyres are not often matter.
So I've heard. He says, "What was the town that you guys were in, or whereabout was it located? Where the flame pyre attack took place? Was it in the 12 Duns to the west, or was it in one of the villages on the outskirts of the forests?" Let me pull you guys back to them.
2 of 12.
Okay.
To the west.
So you're from the 12 Duns.
They're from a valley.
So he starts asking you about. He says, "So you're the siege engineer, is that right?"
I dabble a wee bit in explosive things.
So he says, "I'm something of an inventor myself, although I've never applied my inventions to such warlike purposes, but I can certainly see the use. And he starts to talk about some of the work that he's done around the city. He's worked on building a better city sewer system, and irrigation and stuff like that. And so he's kind of talking shop with you, and he wants to know like what new project are you working on? What's your latest creation?
I'm trying to make a motorboat.
A motorboat. He turns this over in his head.
But it shoots fire out the back and goes really fast.
He says, "I see. Well, that's very interesting. The fire. Okay, so he starts asking you about the details of it. He's like getting you. He literally has like a napkin, and he's got like an ink pen that he gets one of the servants to fetch for him, and he has you like drawing a diagram of how it's going to work on the napkin, and so he's talking shop with you about it. Oops, just closed one of my files by accident. 1 second.
It's all based on Newton's first law of thermodynamics. An object at rest tends to drink a pint.
He says to new ideas, and he raises a pint to you. Okay, so Gustav, you're playing, and there's a pause in the sets where the bards are eating and drinking. They're taking a couple minutes break as everybody is reveling, and so there's sort of a lull where people can converse and so forth. The woman with the silvery gown approaches you, Gustav, and
Start serenading her.
What's that?
Start serenading her, asking her like what's her name about.
So she.
Is there a metronome in your pocket, or are you happy to sing?
So she offers her hand. She says, "Crowlord Elwyn, a pleasure." And you notice that she's one of the. She's wearing a silver circlet, raven circlet like the other two. And when she offers her hand, you notice she's got jeweled rings on all of her fingers. But she's very she's very kind and enthusiastic and energetic, but there's a kind of there's a vibe that you get from her. Like you're also friendly and enthusiastic and energetic, but as you navigate the politics of a court or a city council, there's a certain mien that you get that's like a mask, and she sort of has that going on. So you recognize her as one player of the game to another, so to speak. She says, "Tell me all about your travels. How was the journey?"
I should tell you much. Come with me. Let us go somewhere private.
Private, you say? She giggles. Okay, so she lets you.
This looks like not thinking with his upper head at this.
Okay. So you can parlay with her if you want her to do you that kind of favor. You have to offer her something in exchange. She wants information from you mainly.
He'll offer information about our journeys.
Okay. Go ahead and roll parlay. Okay.
Parlayed.
Yeah, so this is not really her normal MO. Like she's a little out of her comfort zone, this kind of pressure that you're putting on her, but she is used to sort of flirting to get her way, but not so much going the distance, so to speak. So you kind of like pour the charm on, and she is quite impressed with you, and she, you managed to convince her to, sequester yourselves in another part of the palace, shall we say. in sort of the mode of pillow talk, you learn a little bit about the Crow Lords. She explains that she's one of the three, and that they rule, a lot of the city. They control a lot of the city's finances and so forth. And she starts kind of flaunting her wealth, showing her the rings and so forth. And she's asking you in turn, kind of details about the. Let's see. What did she ask you? 1 second. Should organize my notes better. So
Okay,
she's
this is a great
yeah.
pace. You move at a great pace. Don't worry about
Thanks. So she's asking you about your relationship with Damas. She wants to know what your experience is with him, what your impression is with him, what your military history is, that kind of stuff. And she's kind of interested in Jack in a passing way. She could tell that he's the one in charge, but she figures that you're the brains of the operation because you're the one who's very eloquent, and he certainly is not. He's obviously the strong right arm. So she starts picking your brain, and let's see, what?
Yeah, Gustav's gonna be very open with her. He's not gonna hide anything. Tell her the truth.
Okay, let me ask you this: what do you have to hide?
Mas, that's the leader of the other town, right?
What's that?
That's the leader of the other town, right? Damas?
No, Dumas is the captain of the Imperial Guard, the Heron Guard. He's the guy that you guys fought with on the bridge on the way here.
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, he'll mention that he's there, starting with.
What's that?
But that was the bridge with the undead, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, he's going to, tell us like, yeah, we saw out there was undead. Oscar's on the side of the undead, right? Is he on our side?
No, he's on your side.
Yeah, and yeah, the Moss fought bravely, and and he pulled through because the party discovered his one true weakness: water, or specifically running water.
Whose weakness are you saying is water? Damas?
No, the party's weakness.
Okay.
Our one true weakness: running water.
She says.
Yeah, that's
She
right.
laughs and she says, "So you're all vampires, or flampires, perhaps?"
It's just for some reason, our fighting ability just drops down to nothing, and when we're standing over running water.
Yeah, remember
She
that? We
laughs.
kept
She laughs.
failing?
Yeah,
It
I
was
remember.
awful. We barely escaped with our lives.
So she's quite amused by that. But you notice that there's kind of a change that comes over her. It's very subtle, but you notice that she is interested in the matter of the undead, and she says, "How many of them did you see?"
21. What? The skeletons? Us? Archer ones. I think there was one more. I forget which one. That one last.
A dozen, 100, a 10 of them.
I'd definitely be able to count them all with two hands. Remember that much. And put up a good fight.
2 hams? I love ham!
So she starts, she has you tell the tale of Jack, diving into the water to avoid the spear, and she's laughing and egging you on, and she also wants to know what's your secret? The Legion has sortied many times against the Myrkridia over the years, and they don't seem to enjoy much success. What do the people of Gower do differently?
Really?
Be insane.
Our party is really in sync. Jack leads the charge. Dram sets things on fire. What was the
Gustav makes everything better.
She says maybe the flames are the key ingredient. Do you think?
The flames help. It really did a great job at crowd control.
She says interesting. Okay, yeah. So you have this conversation. You get your reward from her. Let's see.
Oh yeah, since I was charming and open.
Do you have a move you want to make?
Well,
Charming and open.
what do you most desire, probably, or who do you serve, or something like that?
Okay, so ask what question do you want to ask her?
Probably like to make sure. Like, whom do you serve?
Whom do you serve? Good question. Let's see. How do I answer that? So she explains that she serves the emperor. Oh well. So this is I guess metagame information. So not she doesn't say this in so many words, but you tease it out of her that the 3 Silver Crows are this influential organization in the emperor's employ. That nominally they're under him, but they're sort of a power unto themselves. That they run a lot of things in the city, and they're competing with the other houses to expand their influence. So they don't really serve anybody. She's one of the 3 leaders of that organization.
You just got it. You got lucky with one of the 3 leaders of.
Yeah.
Go Gustav.
He is that charming. He's the bard.
Hey man, I rolled a 13.
Unfortunately, also because it's the bard, it's just like, all right, that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really charming, but he doesn't really care about anyone.
It comes out that some things you learn in talking with her. It comes out that she has an excellent memory. Like she has an eidetic memory. Crow Lord Elwyn. And she explains that Crow Lord Aldred, who is the middle-aged nobleman of the 3 Crows, is the diplomat of the group. And Crow Lord Kalen is more like an inventor, like he's a tinkerer. He works with gadgets, but she's sort of, though they're technically all 3 of them are equals, she sort of considers that the other 2 serve her. So that comes out. Let's see. Okay, so at some point. Everybody's chatting, and does anybody have any?
Was the stern one that was Dareen? Or she one of the Crow Lords too?
She is not. She is of House Valethorn. So the Crow Lords are there's Crow Lord Kalen, Crow Lord Elwyn. I didn't paste her name in the chat. 1 second.
All right, so my 13 was towards Lady Lyria Dracarn, I guess.
Okay, all right. Give me 1 second. Let me paste these names in the chat. You guys can keep track. Okay, there's a Crow Lord Elwyn, and then I already pasted Crow Lord Kalen. He's the inventor that Dram was talking to. Yeah. Right. So and then Crow Lord Ealdred is the soldier, career soldier, and diplomat of the group. Okay. So that's the 3 of them, and then you were. What are you trying to get from Lady Dracarn?
There's a copy paste function and it involves a bard.
Okay. And what are you?
I'm interested in her because she seems to be more down to earth and youthful, though she is a bit skinny and not as muscular as the as Yulia the Spear Maiden.
I'm gonna say outright, like over the course of time, you might be able to win her over. You've certainly made a good start, but it's not possible to get her to sleep with you at this juncture. Like it's just not.
That's fine.
It's not in her character. But you can, let's say, you gain esteem in her eyes, and she's certainly attracted to you.
What can I do to help you? Obviously, do something helpful to them first. What helpful thing can I do for her?
Right, that's the question, of course. Let's see. Lady Dracarn.
Yeah, she lets me drone on.
Yeah. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out each of the factions has an agenda, but I'm getting them mixed up. She wants to. She wants to know about your sort of criminal network in Gower. Ooh. She wants your contacts.
Oh, well. Sure. Like half the town's been burned down, but it's being put back. So it's like five guys who are like friends, that have grown up together, like from the orphanage and shit like that. So yeah, no problem. I can.
Yeah. So they
don't have an extensive network of friends. They're mostly just punks, that will we're wild, but we'll defend the town to the death,
Okay, yeah. So she says, she sort of talks shop with you, and you're surprised perhaps about how much she knows about sort of the workings of the underworld. Not so much power in general, but she knows she knows about smuggling procedures and who needs to talk to who and that kind of stuff. And so she's asking you, basically. I like her. Yeah, she's asking you basically if you. If she wants to, get something smuggled in or out of Gower, who's the person to talk to? What's the correct way for her to reach out to them to get what she wants? So you give her that?
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, all right. Let's create a name of the character that she's reaching out to. Do you want to create a name, or you want me to generate one?
Edgard.
Edgard
the skunk. No one wants to reach out to him because it stinks.
The skunk.
I gotta write this in my.
Not Gar, Edgard the skunk, and he is now an NPC on my important NPCs. He is the
very good.
Is it the fixer? Is that what they call him?
Yeah, pretty much. And what's his primary trade nowadays in this dark time?
The dude thinks that cleanliness is evil. So he protects himself from the.
She blanches at that.
The dude has not bathed in years, and he was caught in the shower, and he's like rolled in mud to make up for it.
Okay, but what's his criminal trade?
Oh, his criminal trade is he can sneak shit into any place. So his trait is to overcome whatever you call it. He can like tariffs and stuff. He can get past anything. Border guards. He knows how to get things moved.
Awesome.
So, moving objects. So. And don't ask him how he got that to the prison cell. You don't want to know.
Okay, very cool. Okay. So you sort of develop her as a contact. You're trying to develop her as a potential romantic interest, and she sort of develops you as a contact in exchange.
That's Lady Lyra Dracarn, right?
Lyra Dracarn, yes, that's right.
The middle of she's like.
And and she is. She is not forthcoming with information. Like she asks you a lot, and she sort of trades the pleasure of her company for you telling her about all this stuff. But she doesn't give you a lot in return. She's very tight-lipped.
It's okay. I don't expect her to suck it off.
God. All right. Have to edit that out of the YouTube video.
That's just
Nice work. Nice work, Jack.
ruin the video. Sorry.
You gotta edit.
It's all good.
That's gotta go and edit.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys all make friends at the court here, more or less. Let's see. You guys. Who's still in the room? Drum. So you're talking with Core Lord Kalen. And as you're talking, you see that the Rufus is there, and he's kind of enjoying the feast. And people mostly keep away from him because he's a fearbolg, and that's strange. He's kind of like an alien visiting, and everybody's a little bit afraid of him. But you notice that Majoran, the High Master of the Warlocks, just kind of stares at him the entire evening as the feast is going on.
And that's where you stick the gasket.
Oh, I had something here for the fun of it.
Okay.
So that's why you did 3 points of damage to me.
Okay.
I just absorbed it.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
So that was the cool part where
Oh, so the flames did nothing to you, so you didn't actually need the healing. Okay, cool. So they think maybe. So the court thinks maybe you are immune to fire.
As long as it's a light brush of death.
Yeah. All right. So does anybody have any other moves they want to make in the politics of the court before we move on to the next segment?
I guess I'd like to maybe trade business cards with the inventor guy.
Okay, yeah. So you can have him as a contact, Crowlord Kalen.
Yeah.
And he says he can hook you up with smithies around the city, and he says if you need something a very fine craft built, he says, well, I'm sure he kind of excuses himself. He says, I can also speak to the dwarves of Mirgard and have them visit if needed, if you need something special created.
Ah, that would be lovely.
So are you from Mirgard?
Nope.
Okay. All right, you said you're from the 12 Duns.
And two of
You're from that valley.
12.
Right, okay.
12. The Valley of the Flame Pyres.
All right. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So that's it for the court section. Give me 1 second.
Oh, I have one move.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Oh.
Okay, this is a racial move with
Okay.
with elf. So when I enter an important, I can ask GM for one fact from the. Oh, he was here 50 years ago. So how many out of wedlock kids, grandkids, does he have?
I couldn't understand you. You're breaking up a little bit. I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Oh,
He
so
said-
like my character, Gustav was here 50 years. How many out of
50
wedlock?
years ago.
50 years ago. How many out of wedlock kids and kids have?
Does he have?
Oh, you're saying you were here 50 years ago?
Yes.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh man. I don't know. Let me react. No, it's not going to be that many.
It's like 2.5 generations.
Okay, I'm going to say 9.
You could be your own grandpa.
I'm guessing.
Wedlock kids and grandkids.
What's that?
Have wedlock kids and grandkids.
Yeah, so you have 9 kids here in Landcrafan, I guess. So I'll have to meet some of them at some point. Cool. All right. Any other moves before we move on?
Nah,
All right.
Nah.
not for me anyway.
Okay. So eventually, Dram, you see a liveried messenger, a messenger in the Emperor's livery, approach the head table where the Emperor and Majaran are sitting, and he whispers something in Majaran's ear. Majaran turns to the Emperor and says something to the Emperor quietly in turn, and the Emperor looks at they exchange looks, and he says something quickly back, and then he looks around the room and he says, "Enough revelry. Court is adjourned. We call the War Council to order." Lady Veilthorn and Lady Veilthorn and Lady Drakarn leave along with several of the others. Let's see who's staying and who's leaving. Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah, the Chamberlain's still here. The court bard leaves. The court bard, says, "I'm not sure if you're supposed to." Says to you, Gustav. Actually, you're not there. At what point are you coming back? Are you? I'm gonna say it's probably like an hour and a half or so. The time between when you guys first started the feast and now when they're calling the War Council. Yeah. Do you, Gustav? Are you making your way back to court, or are you heading somewhere else? Or are you just relaxing?
Sneaking back in to mingle with the crowd. Mixing back in.
Do we have a Gustav?
I think he went back. Gustav said, "Be right back."
Oh, okay, my bad. All right, we'll find out about that in a minute. Let's see. Okay. So the Emperor looks around at the people that are assembled after about half of the court leaves, and he says, "Where's the Avatara?" And he looks over at the Chamberlain, and the Chamberlain gestures and sends a footman running off. And the Oh, okay. Hey, Gustav, welcome back. So question was, so the Emperor has called a war council after about an hour and a half of feasting. Are you returning to the court to participate in the war council, or are you headed somewhere else? Or are you relaxing?
I think he's enjoying the he's having that Zen moment.
Okay, so you're basically relaxing, in other words. Yeah.
I'm going to the War Council. I would like to be at the War
Okay, yeah,
Council.
you guys are all invited to the War Council. Gustav would be invited if he was here.
I would like to do your stuff.
But he's the bard, so the Emperor is not making a particular point of seeking him out. Okay.
He makes it work, though.
Yeah.
You're just a bard.
The Emperor says, "Where's the Avatara?" And they send a footman running off. And a couple minutes later, the footman comes back in with a burly elderly man in an all-white robe, and he's got a white cap that kind of looks a bit like a wizard hat. It's slightly rounded at the top, and it's
stuff clean.
What's that?
How do you keep that stuff clean?
He says,
I don't. That's
he smiles at you and he says, washing by hand, of course, and discipline. And the Emperor says, kind of sarcastically, "So good of you to join us, Avatara Sardanak." And Sardanak doesn't seem ruffled in the slightest. And some of the servants.
I was in the bone zone.
Some of the servants pull out a military map of the kingdom of the Caith Brewig, the Empire of the Caith Brewig. And the Emperor turns to you, Jack, and he shows you this map, and he's like, "Where did you fight the undead thrall?"
The first or the second time?
He says, "There was more than one battle?"
Why, yes.
Show me where.
Show him the two different places.
Okay.
One was in the Myrkridia, right? And then the other time.
Oh, right. Okay. It says, okay, the Dire Marshes, yes. Myrkridia, Thrall, the Dire Marshes for the Myrkridia. Troubling. Okay, so they get that. Second. I'm putting markers on the map for where you guys know that there's been monsters of a particular type. So that's the Dire Marsh. You had Thrall there. And then, where was the other place?
That was on the river bank, right? That was a Thrall there.
Yep. So he talks with you at Damas, and you guys figure where about on the river that bridge is, and you mark that on the map as well. And you notice as you're looking over the map, there's already a bunch of different marks on the map of different things. The notation is kind of like it's sort of like an abstract military notation. Like there's more symbols than like writing. So you recognize the symbol for Thrall because it's a new one that they just put down. But there's other symbols on the map in different places that you don't recognize. So you see that there is one of the Thrall symbols up in the 12 Duns. And you see another one down at 7 Gates.
Sure.
Okay. There's a couple other symbols scattered in other different parts of the map that you don't recognize. Let's see. And Drama, you see all this as well, obviously. So you've got the map all marked. It takes a couple minutes of conferring, and then the Emperor says to the group of you, what can you tell us about the Myrkridia presence in Gower?
In Gower, very little, but they're assaulting it. They're attacking.
Even as we speak?
They were, yeah.
How were they when you left them?
They were like they were put off. I mean, we had defended, and they were not getting any success.
I understand. So the one of the servants starts to make a mark, and the Emperor gestures and says, "Don't mark that. This is too ordinary," kind of thing. The Damas looks a little taken aback, but he doesn't say anything. The Emperor turns to the Crow Lords, and he's turning in particular to, what was the guy's name? Crow Lord Ealdred. He turns to Crow Lord Ealdred, and he says, "Any word of the Trow?" And the Crow Lord Ealdred says, "None, sire. Last report, the Trow and their servants had confined their activities to Rhiannon." So they spent a couple minutes basically going over reports and updating military markings on this map, which they're being completely open with you guys about, which is maybe a little bit strange to anyone that's familiar with the workings of the court or military units.
I'm watching intently and looking for an opportunity for our particular set of skills, because we're a scalpel. We're not we're not going to operate as part of a unit.
Right.
I operate best if I can blow up things, and so that doesn't really jibe well with people being around. So
Right.
I'm kind of like an explosive. So I'm looking for an opportunity for us to break something, or burn a bridge, literally.
Right.
Like some like key component, or we can also theoretically be the front of an assault where we can break down a force of Myrkridia and maybe rescue people as well.
Right. So he says, Majoran says there's lots of opportunities here for you to contribute, and you'll be rewarded, of course. And he says, he starts pointing out the different markers on the map, and he says, we have reports of Thrall attacks at 12 Duns. People there are in immediate threat, so some of them might need help.
And I look to 2 of 12. It's 2 of the second of 12 Duns, and I see is there trouble on the military map?
He says he says our information isn't that recent or specific. We simply know that there's trouble. Your party would be rewarded if you can travel there and free the 12 Duns of the undead presence, or whatever, or do whatever you can and report back.
My nanny hates undead. We'll have to go save her. And I turn to Jack and I say,
very good.
We've got a mission.
Majoran's studying the interaction between you guys, Dram and Jack. He's kind of curious.
Drum Stroker is my master.
Oh, I see. He focuses his attention on Dram.
Me and his mother were friends. If you're asking.
He smiles thinly and says, "I understand," but he clearly does not, and nor does he care. But he does look interested now in Dram, and he says, "What?
Be the fucking smart one, you bastard." You should spout some lore.
If I find out you didn't go to college, I'm gonna be so mad.
Fuck college. I'm like 16 years old.
That's funny.
Is there a college in this world? It is.
There is. Yeah. There's not really a
street punks.
Yeah. No, certainly not. Not people of your social caliber for sure.
I got the Medal of Honor from the Emperor himself. So
that's true. That might open some new doors for you.
There you go. Yeah.
Maybe you could go get that degree you were always thinking about.
My 8 intelligence is
job with
yeah. So Majoran, he sort of lets you, Dram. He points out the thrall in the 12 Duns, the Norn Pass at 7 Gates. He points out he mentions the Myrkridian Gower, which of course you know about, and the Dire Marsh. And he says there's also goals lurking about the Great Devoid. And of course the threat of the Trow, although they seem to be dormant right now. And he says, any one of these threats that you can help curb or provide more information on, the Empire would be grateful. And he's looking at you, Drum, to see what you want to do.
I wish to save me nanny. We've got to go to the 12 Duns save her. But we got to go alone because your men will just weigh us down. We operate like a sharp knife the doctors use.
He says, very good. When my apprentice is finished with his translation, I'll send him with you. He can contact me if necessary.
Very good. But make sure he's not too scared of the heat. It gets pretty hot where we go. What's your apprentice's name?
Your
apprentice what?
What's her name?
What's your apprentice's name?
Myrdred. You met him actually. He says this. He says you met him on the road actually. He traveled with Damas's party. He was the one who's translating the tome.
He made good beans.
Did he now? He arches an eyebrow.
He could be our cook. For the road, we're going to need a cook. We got a lot of fire, but not a lot of beans.
He seems very amused by this. He says, I'll have to ask him for his report on this. So he sort of takes your measure. And so you're clearly very interested in saving your nanny, and he understands that there is, currents beneath the surface because there's obviously intelligence that's associated with this power, and he has ways, like, he has a feeling, he gets a vibe off of you. What drives you?
Oh, that's a good question. Hang on, let me look at my sheet. Oh, what drives me? Sowing the seeds of discontent. I don't say that out loud.
No, of course not. Okay, what do you?
Changing the youth's minds. Is that ominous?
So this is kind of like a non.
I hold Jack closer.
So this is kind of like a nonverbal conversation that you're having with him. It's not, it's not that he's asking you, but he's gathering this in not so many words. So what do you say that suggests to him that you're interested in sowing the seeds of discontent? Or what do you do?
I don't say anything. My eyes just
Okay.
like yellow flames glow in my eyes as I stare at him and smolder. My eyes smolder and I look intensely at him. And then he I do that.
Well, he sees
I don't scare him. But...
Okay. When he sees the flames in your eyes, he quickly averts his gaze. He's a little bit nervous about it.
Let's see, is this the one?
Okay, so you guys make this.
Gaze intensely into someone's eyes. Here we go.
No, he's avoiding you.
I didn't fail.
He's avoiding your gaze.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so he, like it's clear that he understands your power to an extent, and he doesn't want this power used on him.
Oh, please.
So yes. So so you guys planned this expedition, and the Emperor and Dumas are asking, do you guys need any supplies for your trip to the 12 Duns?
Whatever the how many days it takes to get there, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
We're gonna need buns.
Lots of good buns.
Barbecue buns. Hot dog buns. Hot dog scallion buns. Taro buns. Red bean paste buns. Ham and egg buns.
The servant is studiously writing all of this down, making your grocery list. So in game terms,
good for the road. They keep.
There's a move for this that actually in the game mechanics. Let me find that.
Buns for the Duns.
Buns for the Duns. Are you sure not the bard?
Okay, so you how many weeks do you want to spend preparing for your journey?
Weeks?
Yeah.
I'm ready to go tomorrow.
Okay.
No, this is good. We get time. We can train and do stuff, right?
Yeah. So in game terms, if you prepare for a week or two, you gain.
You know what? Never mind. I have urgency. Never mind, because it's my family. Or
yeah, fair. All right. So they're gonna give you guys like 10 rations.
All right. Are those in bun form?
Sure. Some of them can be. Yeah. They'll make sure you guys have a balanced distribution of food for your dietary requirements. Of buns, yes.
What about corn bun? Chicken corn.
Okay. Yes, they says they can have something baked for tomorrow, and the Emperor makes the arrangements, or he at least hands the task off to his Chamberlain. They don't do bow here. Sorry, hasn't been invented in the Cave Brewing Empire. Could probably impress some baker with your knowledge.
No bow though. That's okay. So we need that. We need no water though, right? No, we're afraid of water, right? Or is it just running water? I guess we have to bring water, so we need water. I guess that counts in our rations.
Yeah, that's included in the rations.
What else do we need, Jack?
We need buns, like hot cross buns.
Buns.
Probably know like what the weather's like.
You gonna go on another bun rant?
No, I'm not talking about your kind of buns. I'm talking about the cute ones. The ones wearing fluffy skirts and stuff. Buns.
So we need some companions to come with us to watch us while we do our cool stuff.
Yeah, we need
somebody's got to watch us.
We need somebody to report on our victory.
I don't think we need anything else that I can think of, Russ, because we're our powers are pretty insular, so it's like I don't know how to enhance it.
That's fine.
Do I care weather's like over there?
What's that?
Hey, check to see what the weather's what the weather conditions are over there. Like is it like he
says. Yeah. So actually, Majoran starts a ritual of foretelling to warn you of dangers on your journey, including but not limited to the weather. So we are gonna roll your perilous journey rolls now.
Sure.
Actually, we'll treat it so he's gonna, he gives you this kind of cryptic omen that'll be useful to you on your journey. So when you guys roll to take your perilous journey, one of you can take a +1 forward because you've gotten this warning.
Okay, cool.
You guys decide who that'll be.
So who's rolling? I'll roll.
Okay,
What is
yeah.
it? It's Defy Danger?
So it's defy danger plus wisdom, and you have to assign jobs. So there's a quartermaster, a scout, and a trailblazer.
I'm gonna be the Trailblazer again because it's in the name.
Okay.
All right.
And just to throw this out there, we're going to retroactively let Rufus interact with the court next session. So he's having his own conversations, doing his own intrigue or whatever.
Oh, cool.
Okay, if he's interested in doing that anyway. Okay, so we got a 12 on. You're the quartermaster, did you say, Drum?
No, I'm the Trailblazer.
Okay.
What am I rolling for mine?
Everybody's rolling defy danger wisdom.
Wisdom. All right.
And which job are you taking, Jack?
Which role?
The scout or the quartermaster?
Scout.
Okay.
How do I roll wisdom? Wisdom. Okay, there we go. That work?
I had Drum figured for the quartermaster. He's interested in buns.
Quartermaster.
Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, so that's a success, and then Jack, you did not spot the danger. Did you want to use the +1 forward to spot the danger that you've been warned about? Okay. All right, so let me check the correct rules here. On a 10 plus, the quartermaster reduces the number of rations required by 1. I'm gonna say the journey to 12 duns is gonna cost you 3 rations. So you could each spend 2 rations out of the, actually, who's the quartermaster? It was Gustav, right? So Gustav, can you keep track of the rations on your sheet, the extra ones that you guys were given?
What were we given?
Okay, so you guys were given 10 rations, so add that to your gear in the second panel of your sheet.
That's a lot of food.
Yep.
Hope we got a cart. Is that 10 rations each?
No, total.
Oh, that's not so bad.
Yeah, so then you guys are spending from that.
What do I have rations? I got
What's that?
equipment and stuff. Is that where's that? I think it's equipment stuff.
Yeah, so if you click on, let me see.
Okay, we'll add.
If you click on sub next to main underneath the Dungeon World icon, that's where the gear is at. At the top left corner of the sheet.
I got 3 rations right now.
Yeah, okay.
And I'll just subtract them, which will leave me with 2 rations.
Well, so let Gustav figure it out, because that's his duty here. So Gustav, you're adding in the 10 rations. Do you want to have everybody deduct rations from your sheet, or are you going to deduct them from the party loot?
I'll put him on my sheet. And
Okay, so counting Rufus in as a party member, even though he's not traveling with you guys, he's not in character right now. You guys are going to end up spending 8 rations to get there. That's total for the party. Okay. So make sure you have that updated. And then next we have the Trailblazer reduces the amount of time it takes to reach your destination. The road is not that complicated, so actually let's reduce that from 8 rations to 4, because you guys have taken a very efficient route.
Yeah.
So you get 4 rations back from the 8 that you just spent. And then Jack, let's see, what kind of portent do we have? Jack, you get an omen from Majoran, and the omen is something to the effect of look to the valley of the sky, and it doesn't really click with you. Like, you're like, what the hell is he talking about? And then as you guys are traveling through, you travel through this outlying village. This village is actually abandoned, the one northeast of Lankerfan, by both people and creatures. And you head northwest into the 12 Duns. On the road, you have you encounter a group of soldiers. Hold on 1 second. See, I have a picture or something. Not really. Okay, so there's you actually met these guys actually. They are wielders of these scythe-like blades. You met them at Gower when you guys were fighting in the defense, because they had also I don't remember if they just arrived or they joined in the defense, but they separated from you guys in Gower to go hunt Myrkridia in the Dire Marsh. So you're a little surprised maybe to find them here, but you recognize Ravana, who's their leader, and you see that they have this small band, no more than 7 of the Myrmidons. So you spot them, Jack. As you kind of looking at this, looking up to the sky between these valleys, you spot a couple of the Myrmidons, posting a lookout up on the hilltop, as they make camp for the night in the next valley beyond where you guys are camping for the night. What do you do?
Well, I go over to the party.
Okay. They all stir alert at your approach. And Ravana.
Hey, it's positive.
You turn on the old charm. Whoever stops you from harassing the party gets +1 forward in dealing with them. Okay. So you go up and start harassing them. What do you say or do?
Hey guys, what was were we fighting with them before, or were you?
No, they were fellow monster hunters.
Well, I tell them stories about how we killed the Myrkridia, and we fought this priest of this Myrkridia, and he was really cool, and he summoned undead, and we had to slice them and toss them into the river, and so we're better than them.
They're very curious about this priest. It's not entirely clear if they believe you or not. Oh, I told you.
Hello.
Yep. Yeah. How far away is he when he was talking to them?
Not far.
Yeah, a couple 100 feet. Well, actually, right. I mean, you guys are in the next. I'm gonna say it's actually like a 1/4 of a mile, 1/8 of a mile, maybe.
I come up just like, our old friends from last time. What are you all doing?
Ravana greets you warmly. She remembers you, Gustav, and she's not entirely sure if she remembers. Well, actually, you guys travel with them for a couple days, so yeah, they do remember you. So they actually all recognize you guys, and they welcome you to the camp more Gustav than Jack, because Jack is telling these strange stories. But they laugh at the stories, and they, the soldiers there all kind of converse with you guys, and they offer to break bread with you and so forth, and they say, why don't you come over and join your camp with ours, safety in numbers and so forth.
Oh,
what do you do?
Perfect. Like you said, safety in numbers, and we could trade notes on what's happened last time.
Okay. Yeah, so they say that they've just come from scouting mission on the orders of the Emperor from the Norn Pass, and they were ordered to swing through that abandoned town down south of you guys on their way back to Lankerfan. They say, where are you headed?
We have that in common. We're headed south to the 12 Duns.
12 Duns are north.
Be careful, that town. We're headed west. What? We're headed north?
Yeah, so you guys are. Let me update the token on the map here. So
We're
12
headed
guns are up
north
here
to
where
the
this
12
thrall icon
guns?
is. Yeah. So they came from this way.
We're headed north. We passed the town earlier. It seemed like there's nobody there. Good luck on your journey.
He says, she says, what business do you have in the 12 guns? She seems curious.
Saving Nana, I said.
Thrall! Gotta. And I hack a loogie and I spit it on the ground, but it's like fire. And I go, Thrall!
Thrall in the 12
Thrall
guns.
infesting the towns. We gotta go clean them out, exterminate them with fire.
She says, curtly, we'll join you.
Why
And
can't
she
the
looks
dead stay
pissed.
dead?
Where did you learn? How long ago did you hear of this?
Just 2
I
days?
don't
How many
know.
days?
As soon as we heard of it, we headed out.
Understandable. She
You
said,
can join us, but give me a wide berth if you follow me in battle. I tend to have an explosive effect on those around me.
she says, we understand, but remember you told us that when the thrall press in on you from all sides.
I see your point.
I'll defend Master.
So you guys start talking.
Party's a welcome addition on our journey.
So yeah, so they're quite happy to have you guys, and Bravana seems very angry for some reason about the news about the 12 Duns. And the Myrmidons are all gung ho, like, yeah, let's go destroy the thrall, and they actually don't want to. Yeah,
Do you have a nanny in the 12 Duns?
something like that.
A fanny? A bloke? You got a bloke in the 12 Duns?
Let me check actually if it
a little side piece.
um.
A grandma.
She says,
Oh, your poor grandma.
You know, I'm looking at her official lore from the wiki. It says that she's a daughter of the 12 Duns. She says, this is, I grew up there. I know a lot of people there.
Oh, family. Well then you have as much right to the hides of those thrall as I do.
I don't know if I want to keep their hides. She kind of smiles, but yes, we'll certainly destroy them. So you guys spend the night. Do you guys want to get anything particular from these guys before you head out together to the 12 Duns? They have a set watch schedule that they keep. Are you guys also keeping watches? You pretty much have to in this
we're just watching
territory.
them keep watch.
Okay.
No, we're just gonna watch them keep. No, I guess so. Yeah, I'll take first watch.
I'll take third watch.
I light up like a torch. I light up my finger, my thumb.
I guess Gustav is taking second watch, and then Rufus will take fourth watch. Very good. Okay, yeah. So they have their own watch rotation, but they will sort of talk to you guys quietly and help you maintain your watches and make sure you keep each other awake and stuff like that. They help each other out, kind of thing. You guys spend the night, and then in the morning, you head to the 12 Duns. Let's see. Let me see if I can get a map of the 12 Duns real quick. It's gonna take a minute. Actually, let's take a 5-minute break because it's gonna take me a minute to figure out. Refugees, maybe.
Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. That's 12 duns.
It's good, Master. But you should throw sparks out.
We forgot to bring liquor.
Shit.
I wonder if this crew
I
has
feel
got
so
liquor.
stupid.
That we can probably take liquor from them.
They absolutely do have
Probably
liquor.
have some. Yes. I show
Master
him a
is
fire
smart.
trick. I make a ring of fire with my finger. And I shoot it out like a smoke ring. I hope that earned me a drink.
Yeah, they'll spot you a drink. They say you owe me one though. Okay, let's see. This is chapter 1, I think. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. I'm trying to find if there's an official map of the 12 duns from the book or from the game. If not, I'll just grab one. Oh, Jack, when you actually you're there. He's probably okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I say when you camp for the night, you're like changing clothing, and you find in your pocket there's a note that was left for you when you guys were in court by someone at the court. Let's see. The note says, "Business opportunity. Take Emperor's Way from the palace gates a few blocks. Look for an orange flag in the window on your left." I'll paste it in the chat.
Okay.
See, you have this little piece of paper that has a scroll on it. And you didn't notice it earlier.
Okay. I look at, maybe we could go back. No, we're too far. We gotta save Nana.
Okay.
We can come back for your treasures later.
All right, let's just find it here. Yeah, I'm just cribbing somebody's village battle map off the DeviantArt here. This is by Dr. Matt Zoe on Patreon.
I give the note to Master so that he knows about it.
Okay.
Even though it's too late. Though I have to admit that Master has fucked up more often than even I have. But that's why he's more experienced. Get it?
That's true. That's how experience works. That was quick. Okay. All right, you guys see this village map?
It's a village.
Yep. All right, let me grab your tokens.
It's very villagely.
Indeed. Oh, you guys can put your own pugs down. How about that? That's fine. All right, I was about to copy everybody's things over, but works for me. All right, let me grab some monsters.
I'm Dram! Setting fires is my jam!
Okay, so as you guys approach the village, you see columns of black smoke rising from the houses in the distance. You guys are what's that?
That sounds like trouble.
Yeah. Let me rotate this whole thing actually, because you guys are coming from the southeast. Oh, map's way bigger. Hold on. That's better. We were missing some village there. And then
It takes a village to miss a village.
this river that's flowing through it is called the Dun River.
Dun dun dun.
That's about like that.
Dun 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 dun.
Sorry, everything's sideways. It looks weird, but that's how it is. That's how the river is relative to the village.
Sure.
Okay.
There's smoke where there's probably fire around somewhere, because where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah. So you guys approach the village, and Ravana says, "We should scout ahead. Wait here." You guys do.
Very well, Ravana. We'll be here if you need us. Wait, she said they're scouting ahead, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so they go and check it out. It takes about 20 minutes. They basically jog down to the village, and they peek across the river from a hill overlooking the village, and they say that there's multiple groups of thrall, maybe half a legion, occupying the village. It looks like they just arrived. We'd better hurry. And she gestures you guys in. She says the thrall are dangerous, but they're slow. If we can get to people quickly, we can get them out of the village to safety before the thrall reach them. So this is the first legion coming into the village.
Very good.
Sure. Where's the nearest legion?
So the first legion is here in the outskirts of the village. But it will be by the time you guys get there. There we go. That's first squad of Thrall. And she says, be careful, they have Solus with them.
Is that supposed to mean something?
They're the spear throwers, the guys that you fought at the bridge.
Ah.
Oh, yeah, those guys. I got some of their spears.
You do, yeah.
Spears for fears.
She says, you better be careful how you come at them. They can be quite formidable if they're up on elevated position.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys are approaching the village. The Thrall are attacking. People are screaming. A couple people have the sense to just run, so you see like refugees streaming by you as you come in. Some people are like trying to hastily gather their belongings because they feel like they're not going to be coming back for a while, and this is their livelihood. So they're sort of quickly grabbing what they can. The Thrall are making their way into the village, and this house is already on fire.
Hey, you dusty bag of bones!
And you see that
somebody your own size.
You see that a handful of the Thrall are carrying torches, and they're all wearing wearing ancient rusted mail that looks like it once belonged to the Legion.
I'm going to boost up Dram. Okay.
There's fire. Okay. All right. So Gustav, you start singing. Dram, what are you doing?
I put my fingers up like. Are they in view? I think some of them are in view. I can't tell across.
You guys
map.
know about where they are because you guys are coming downhill into the village.
Okay,
so you can't really see them once you get there.
I put up all my fingers like a puppeteer.
Okay.
And then I bring them down. Like I want to control all those little flames.
Okay.
Those torches to just set them on fire. Like basically make the flames go downward and set the people that are holding them on fire.
Awesome. Roll it.
I guess that would be fighting fire with fire, right?
Which one is that?
Damage? No, that's not it. No, it's the one.
I think this is Zuko style.
Is it Zuko style? It is Zuko style. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
Okay. Unfortunately, you can't control flames that small at this distance, I'm gonna say.
No.
What the fuck? You make me cry, Master.
In fact, we're gonna say that you have a limit to the range of your fire for combat purposes, not including like siege engines and the like. It's gonna be about 90 feet, we'll say.
Okay. Cool. Can I move?
Yeah, go for it. Okay, so Gustav, you're playing. Are you walking with Drum as he's moving forward? Okay, and Jack, what do you do? Let me get some pogs for the Myrmidons.
Ta-da! We are doing the free running. So we're doing this. We're gonna make it. So we have to jump a lake. We jump a lake.
Okay, give me 1 second. I'm plopping Myrmidons down the map on the map as you're doing that. Okay.
We'll go after these guys on the roof or whatever.
Yeah, good enough. Okay.
So let's see. Where's my guy? Jack Devil Slayer.
I'm just going to put 2 tokens for the Myrmidons to generally keep track of where they are. There's 7 of them. They kind of split into 2 groups as they come in. Okay, so Jack, you free run. You take the fastest and most direct path between 2 points, regardless of structural safety or sanity. What point are you trying to get to, first of all?
So I'm just going to investigate. So there's always something for me to grab on or toss or jump on or whatever to get up there. So I'm just getting in their face.
Okay, so you're taking the fastest path directly to them.
Yep, I bounce off walls, whatever it does.
Okay, yeah. So you sort of like there's this wagon that's like blocking the way, this little alleyway here, and there's like a bunch of clutter in the alleyway. So you like parkour over the crates and boxes that are in this alleyway, and you like spring around, a bunch of refugees and thread your way out to here.
I'll take an expose for an extra d6.
Okay, so I'm not gonna have you hack and slash yet because they're gonna be able to attack you at range before you close with them if you're taking the most direct route. You can keep that roll though for when the time comes. Okay, the Myrmidons are gonna move in. They try to follow you at first, Jack, but they're not really able to, so they're gonna start making their way around the edges of the houses like this. Dram, okay. Let's do Jack next. So Jack, you have a volley of javelins coming at you. What do you do?
Guess I'd, maybe get hit by one.
Okay. You stumble, hesitate, or flinch. Do you offer your worst outcome, hard bargain, or ugly choice? I'm gonna say so. They're up on the roof of a house, like up along the high ridge at the center of the house, and they're throwing down at you. They got a really good position to throw from, and so those spears when they hit are going to hurt, and they can throw quite far from that position, and they can see basically over the whole village, like you guys could when you first came in. They're gonna, if you run out there, you're gonna get 4 spears in the chest before you get to the thrall. Are you gonna run out there anyway, or are you gonna take cover?
I'm running out there anyway.
Okay, here we go. Let me find their stats. Okay. Okay, so let's they deal D8 plus 3.
Will this count as exposing myself to their attack?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Actually, no. I mean, that's really more about your melee with the thrall. So this would actually, if you're going this after the soulless, then yeah, you'd be exposed to their attack. So you're going to take 7 damage as 4 of them, all 4 of them, hit you with your spears, and make a defy danger Constitution. Sorry, it's actually Wisdom. I wrote it here and then I forgot.
10 then.
Okay. All right. So you're fine. So the spears, the barbed venom from the spears strikes you, and you can feel the wounds burning as you're charging towards them. Burning
makes me happy. I'm happy because it's burning.
Okay.
I know that it's a success then.
Okay. You take 3 additional damage from the poison.
The poison does. So it's a total of 10?
Yes.
Armor?
Yep.
All right, so 3 more. I'm at 10. Okay, 10.
Yeah, because you got hit with 4 doses of the poison.
0, 10.
Okay, so you're in extreme pain, but you're filled with adrenaline, so you're kind of shoving that aside for right now, because the venom it takes moments to act, and the effect is very it's more painful than it is fatal, I'll say, but it can be fatal eventually. So you're charging across the open field there, Jack. I'm gonna say Dram, you okay, yeah. You make it safely you're jumping up to where the Solus are, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you jump up, you hit one of them, deal your damage.
All right, so bam.
Okay, how do you get up onto the roof of this building?
Oh, I jump over here and then use there's like women's panties on a clothesline that go across.
Okay.
And I swing across on that.
So you're the panty swashbuckler. Great. Okay, so you deal 5 damage
when I hit the Solus.
Okay. And that's so you slash one of them with your chain, and you whip the chain around it, and the chain kind of goes through it, like it doesn't really seem to connect, but it seems to disrupt the substance of it. So you've done some damage.
Do I need to do? Is this an action?
There. Yes. Yeah. So we're not using the D&D action economy, so you can do the burning brand as you're running. So yeah, you can. Okay, so I'll make it so that it ignores armor with tags you're taking.
It's +1 damage, and I don't care about dangerous, and I guess it's thrown and near.
Okay, so that's enough to kill one of them.
Yeah, that way I get 2 of them.
Yeah, so they're a bit more.
And then my feet are on fire, so the roof is starting to come on fire.
Oh boy. Okay. Dram, you see that there is a couple of kids that come out of this building over here. Oh, which building is your Nana live in, by the way?
This one.
Okay. All right, very good. Let me mark that somehow.
She's biting her nails. She's scared.
Nana's scared? I'm sorry, I ignored her. I didn't see her. I didn't know who she looked like.
Oh, it's all right.
You're supposed to give me a picture.
She's in the attic window.
You're supposed to give me a damn picture.
Okay, this is going to be the token for your Nana. She's a female dwarf.
She's a dwarf?
Yeah.
I'm a dwarf.
Nana.
Yeah, so your Nana's there biting her nails. She's scared, but she's got her crossbow in hand because she's a dwarf. The crossbows aren't great against undead, though.
But her crossbow is actually a flask, and she uncorks the flask and drinks out of it.
Oh, great. Okay. Yeah. So okay. So you guys, there's a couple kids coming out of this. Problem. What's that?
Nana's got a drinking problem.
Yeah. Like son, like grandson, like mother. I don't know. The kids start coming out of the building here. This group of Myrmidons is kind of changing course to help the folks out of this building, and they're hurrying them back, ushering them across the bridge. Ravana, who's leading this other group here, calls, "Spread out, check all the houses, be quick about it." So they start. Oops, I did not mean to move every pog on the board. 1 second. There we go. Okay, so
pog they're moving.
Yeah, so they start running to these outlying houses here, checking for people. Dram, what do you do?
All right, I take 3 running steps and launch up into the air, rocket over the house.
Okay.
And while I'm kind of at the top of my arc, I shoot a fist of fireballs at this guy over here, and then I drop down to the ground and fire like rockets into a roll, so I like land safely.
Okay.
You just wanted to say rock and roll, didn't you?
Yeah. For your flying flames, what do you use as fuel?
Nana's gas.
No, Nana. I didn't get to Nana. I used some of that liquor that I had earlier. I saved some.
All right, very good.
And
how could you save that?
Pour it on my knuckles and ignite them.
Awesome. All right, so you rocket over the houses. You land in the square here. The Thrall are advancing. What are you doing when you get there?
Oh no! While I was at the top of my arc, I want to throw a fireball at this guy.
Oh yeah, go for it.
So I guess Zuko style again. Okay, good.
Yep.
Thank goodness. And I blast this guy.
Okay.
Before I fall back down to the ground.
Okay, yeah, deal your damage. And then Gustav, you gave a bonus to somebody. What did you do with your arcane art?
Oh yeah, I gave Dram a +4d4.
Okay, so Dram, roll that extra damage from Gustav.
That was a d4?
Yep.
4d4.
44, wow, okay.
But yeah,
damn.
Yeah, I upgraded it.
All right, I killed one, I think. So that's 8 points altogether?
All right, yeah, so you killed another one of them, and you singed the one next to it. So they are scattering and starting to disperse, and they're floating away from the building in opposite directions. Jack, as you come at them, because they don't want to fight in melee. They can, but they don't want to. And Gustav, are you? What are you doing now? So you're playing for Drum, and Drum's throwing fireballs. Are you going to keep moving forward?
Let's see. First things first, I'm going to Arcane Art for Jack, because I see he's hurt.
Okay. So you can't actually see Jack from where you're at. Well, actually, I did say they could see the entire village, so yeah, I guess you could. Go ahead and roll your Arcane Art. Okay. So go ahead and do your healing.
Let's see. So 8, 2, with a plus 2d4 forward to damage.
Okay. So Jack, take your
It
healing.
might be the kids running out, right?
What's that?
We saw kids running out, right?
Yeah. The Myrmidons are helping them escape.
Running away, yeah.
Okay, they're running away.
So 2 healing? Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah, 2 healing.
Take it.
The Thrall are all headed towards this big house because it's the one in the middle of the village. They see you, Drum, and they start to turn their attention towards you, and they kind of pack up in nice tight ranks as they sort of get corralled by this building and start shambling towards you.
Yeah, over here! Come to me! Stay away from my wheel, Nani! Hey, Nani!
Okay, and you see a second legion appearing on the edge of the village, or second squad. Okay, so Gustav, you play now. Unfortunately, you don't have an easy way to get through this alleyway. You got to pick your way carefully through. You're gonna go around, or do something different.
I'm gonna pick my way carefully through it.
Okay, so it's gonna.
I'll be very slow about it. Yeah.
Okay, it kind of takes you a minute to get your way through there. Let's see, Jack. So you're up there. The 2 remaining Solus having turned and moved away from you and floated down off the top of the building are now getting ready to throw at you again. What do you do?
Attack him. I whip him with my near or whatever.
Okay, which one are you going after? They're kind of spread apart now.
All right. Well, I got whatever near is.
Okay, well, you can go after the closest one.
Sure.
Okay. Roll your hack and slash, I guess.
Slash?
Yep.
All right. Oh.
Ooh, okay. One of them gets you directly in the chest with a spear as you start to jump down. You're gonna roll another Defy Danger Wisdom with a -1. And you're gonna take damage from them, which is you take no damage because of your armor. Sorry,
10.
Yeah, okay, so the spear comes directly at your chest. What are you wearing, like, in terms of armor?
Oh, I'm wearing a leather jacket, man. Of course, I'm a punk.
Okay, so the spear, like, you get lucky, and the shot isn't that on point, and it's just such an angle that it deflects off your leather jacket. You don't even have to roll because he did 1 damage, and you have 1 armor, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the poison also doesn't affect you because it doesn't penetrate. So that's good for you. As you get, this guy is down at ground level though. As you get to him, the thrall start to mob you.
Mob.
Yeah, so this is actually not going to be a hack and slash. This is going to be a Defy Danger Constitution, because fighting thrall is not rocket science. You can kill them very easily. They're very slow and dumb, but they tire you. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you hack at them. Deal your damage twice.
My damage twice?
Yes.
All right. Okay, so this will be 10.
Okay.
And 3.
Okay, so that's 13 total.
So that will be 1 more damage.
Okay.
It'll be 11 and 3.
Okay. Let me find their stats. Yes, the thing about Thrall, individually, they're not that dangerous. You can just keep cutting them down, but as long as you keep cutting them down, they just keep coming and coming, and they are armored. So it takes a bit of work to hack each one down. So you said, well, with 13 damage, let's see, each one of them is going to take. So you hack two of them apart as they come at you. Actually, I'm going to mark their bodies in case it becomes important for some reason. You hack two of them apart as they come at you. This one, you go to like hack its arm off, and it just bites you. These guys pile in on you, and they're going to deal their damage. And you're getting like surrounded, pressed up against this building. It's getting hard for you to move.
That doesn't make any difference to me.
Fair. Let me roll their damage. It's kind of your thing. Okay. They actually have disadvantage on damage rolls. Okay, but there are how many? 3, 6 of them hitting you. So they deal 10 damage to you, minus your armor. Actually, minus 6 times your armor. So it'd be 4 damage total after your armor, because I think your armor's 1, right? So they're all basically surrounding you, chipping away at you. Do you have your damage marked? How hurt are you looking?
Hey, Pat, you there? You muted?
All right, back. How much damage did I take?
Oh, sorry. So you take. So I think you have 1 armor. Is that right?
Yeah.
So after armor, you take 4 damage.
4 damage.
How hurt are you looking?
I'm at 8.
Okay. Yeah. So it's not. So you're getting surrounded by these guys. Let's see. Dram, the Thrall are likewise approaching you and getting ready to mob you. They're slowly shambling towards you. What do you do?
All right, I reprise my move from before. I get down into like a horse stance, and then I put up my fingers again
Okay.
to try to wield the fire that they're carrying, and I start like spinning my arms around in like a kung fu like movement, and
Okay.
I'm trying to braid their torches into one massive torch, and then bring it down on them.
Okay, so let's treat this as a volley. You can use your wisdom since you're doing Zuko style, basically.
Whoa.
Oh god.
I suck.
Okay, so you set. You know how you sometimes you set zombies on fire and they keep coming. This is one of those times.
Oh no!
So you can deal your damage anyway because they're not. It's not like they're gonna dodge.
I'm sorry, Amanda. I mentioned that Nana looked hot, and you rolled sucky.
Okay, yeah. So a couple of them. So they're on fire. They're burning. They'll eventually get destroyed by the flames. The Myrmidons over here that are grabbing people. Actually, Ravana separates from them. Let me make her a separate pog. And she comes rushing to your aid. So she's going to be there in a second. Gustav, you pick your way through this alleyway, and you see Dram is about to get mobbed by Thrall out here, and the Myrmidon's rushing to his rescue. What do you do?
I'm going to like power up Dram.
Okay.
I tried to reach. I tried to play. I like on like something on the ground, something trippy ground. I lose my balance.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you. Let's see. You're coming out of this alleyway. Think for a second. I'm gonna say actually I'm gonna do something different. So you're sitting there, you're playing, you're working your song on Dram, you're continuing the previous song, I'll say, just for the purpose of narrative. And you actually look up over the village and you see up on a hill the Watcher studying the battle as you guys are down here fighting in the village. You see this armored figure in the distance just looking at you and seeing what's going on down here. What do you do?
Oh, I look back at him.
He's like, he's probably, he's like a mile away.
A mile long stare off during contest.
Okay. Yeah, so you're watching the Watcher. Very good. Jack, you remember another of Majoran's predictions at this moment. He's like, bend to the right, and for some reason you think of it at this time, and you bend. Take +1 forward on your next roll. What do you do?
I'm jumping onto the roof and slashing this whatever the ghosty dude.
Okay. So roll me to jump on the roof.
That is free running, I think, right? That's a
Yep.
roll. Well, I had to step on that one burning skeleton, but
Okay, yeah, you step on the one burning skeleton. I'll give you a point of damage for that. Actually, no, this has direct consequences. You make it across, you won't be able to make it back the same way. Obviously, the thrall or prevent.
These barrels, they're crushed.
Okay, yeah, fair. Yeah, so you can't get down. You can't get back down that way. You come after this.
I need actually things to do because I have Call to Avoid, so it doesn't make much fucking shit.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, you got all the movement abilities. Okay.
I'm smoking this guy with a hack and slash, I guess.
Yeah, roll your hack and slash for him. Yep.
9. All right.
Okay, deal your damage.
My damage is 7, 8, 9.
Okay, he is toast. And I'm going to say you finish off the wounded thrall at the same time. So you kind of get him with the backhand of your chain.
Sounds good.
There you go. Okay.
Wow. It's a good thing I got a chain. It's near.
Yeah, no kidding.
Near. Is that like 10 feet or something?
So it goes, I think it goes, like, I'm trying to remember the distance scale, but it goes something like adjacent hand, close, or no, I think it's like adjacent hand, near, far, distant, something like that. So it's just like a general order of magnitude, like how far away you are.
All right, sounds good.
It's very rough reckoning. Okay, this guy's
victorious.
Okay, this guy is going to interrupt your standing pose. You can defy danger to avoid the spear if you'd like.
Nope.
Okay.
Hit me.
All right, here we go. He's hitting you. Okay, you take 4 damage minus your armor, and then make a defy danger wisdom with a -2 penalty. Ooh,
No.
Okay. You are suffering from the poison as the pain starts to, it's sort of cumulative. It just builds up in your system and it becomes incapacitating at a certain point and you're starting to feel it. You take a -1 forward on all your rolls until the poison leaves your system.
Am I sick or shaky or confused or scared?
Oh, good question. Let me check the condition list.
Probably sick.
Is that a wisdom? No, it's yeah. Let me.
Confused.
Conditions.
Right, I think
no, it's. Let me look. I'm gonna say that you are weak and shaky.
Oh, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, vicious. But hey, it's like 2 XP at least.
Yep. Let me mark that down in their monster entry. Okay. And you take an additional point of damage from the poison dose as well.
Okay.
Okay. That was Jack. So Dram, the Myrmidon rushes. Well, actually, the Myrmidon goes to rush into the fray, looks at you, Ravana looks at you, remembers what you said earlier, and hesitates. What do you do?
Oh yeah, I give her a reason. I give her a good reason to hesitate. I do like a pulling motion, like I'm pulling rope, but I'm actually pulling the fire.
Okay.
And then what I do is I begin to pull it around me, so the fire goes around, and then I grab the fire with the other arm and I create a loop of fire and I like blast them with it.
Awesome. Okay, let's roll volley, but using your wisdom.
Oh, volley. Sorry.
Yep, that's okay.
We're going to be level 5 soon.
Failure.
Oh,
Wait,
God.
did I use my wisdom? Hang on, I didn't use my wisdom. But you know what? My wisdom would have just given me +1 over that, so I still would have failed.
Oh, jeez, man. Okay.
Oh, you know what? I think I know why we're doing so badly. Cross a.
There must be water nearby. Yeah, it's this river. Right?
Oh, yeah, you're right next to the well. There you go.
Yeah, we're still.
Oh yeah.
That's funny.
Might have
Okay,
considered
so
the fresh water
because they're so slow, I'm going to give you the option, Dram, if you'd like to
You're
back
next to
up.
the well. What were you thinking?
Dram, because they're so slow, I'm going to give you the option to back up against the houses here if you would like to, rather than getting into melee with them and taking damage.
Yeah, I fall into an awkward roll and do like
Yeah.
a weird like turtle roll thing, and then end up back here.
Okay, one of the three that was on fire, as he's passing the well, the flames destroy him, and he kind of just topples over and falls into the well. Oops, that wasn't one of the ones that was marked. Sorry. There we go. Okay, Gustav, you see that the Myrmidon is not impressed by Dram's efforts as she rushes in and starts hacking away at them. The Ravana kills this one. What do you do?
How bad off is Jack right now?
Jack's fucked up.
He's pretty messed up. Yeah, he's got. He actually has a spear sticking out of his side. That's how good he is right now.
Okay, I'm going to prioritize healing.
Okay. Roll it.
Oh, thank God.
Nice.
We could use a good
I got this
roll.
level high on this.
Very
Well,
important.
that's better than nothing. I'm gonna die.
Okay, Jack, you're feeling slightly better. It doesn't actually. Which effects are you choosing? I think you get more than one effect with your powers and stuff, right?
Oh, those are both towards healing.
Okay, great.
That's why 2D instead 1D.
Okay. So Jack, you so you get healed. You're not freed of your abilities. What do you? So you're feeling shaky as the poison is starting to overcome you. You feel like your wound's starting to close, except for the one that has a spear in it, obviously, and you kind of dragging this big long javelin on the ground. They're very like big. You kind of have to like either break it off or carry it if you're going to move without hurting yourself further. It's getting ready to throw again.
I just totally jump at this dude.
Okay.
I'm using my spear that's halfway through me to stab him.
Okay, so are you pulling the spear out of yourself and stabbing it, or are you just using the other?
I'm throwing the spear out of myself, so I'm gonna take a point of damage. But,
okay, yeah, take a point of damage.
And like, what is it? Artful Dodgers. To like, we're gonna just slam into them, and then we're doing
okay,
running to make sure we get there.
Yeah, you're fine. Okay, so I'm gonna because you're leaping off a building on top of this thing. I'm gonna negate the -1 temporarily. So go ahead and do your hack and slash.
All right, hack and slash. Shit. Oh, that's you negate the. Okay, so that's actually a 7.
Okay.
So
you're good. Okay, so deal your damage. You kind of want to destroy this thing because if you don't, you're gonna be in trouble.
You know, I come through with the last. It's clutch. 8.
All right.
How's that do?
How many? Yeah, so you destroy it. So when these things, when you slash them with a chain and you get them with the flames in just the right way, they kind of just puff into dust, and there's like a little pile of bones left behind, and the javelin quiver, and everything else is just gone.
I like that javelin quiver.
Yeah. So the thrall have turned their attention back towards you. So having seen that you're over here now, and they slowly wheel around and start to shamble the other way. What's that?
All right, there we go.
What was that roll for?
Defy danger from the shambling monsters.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say you can. Let's see. I'm gonna give you a hard choice.
Well, it depends on what I'm using. Am I using strength, dex, or if I'm using dex, it's 11.
What are you actually trying to do? You're just trying to avoid them?
Yeah.
Then
If
Dex.
I use it's -1 if it's strength, but if I try to just dodge around them, then it's a +3, so that would make a 9, 10, 11.
Okay, yeah. So you can easily outrun them and run circles around them, despite the poison affecting your system. It hurts to move, but you can. Which way are you going?
All right, I take a point damage. All right, I like it. Damage is good.
Which direction are you moving in?
What was that?
I said you're moving away from these guys, right? Or no?
Yes.
Okay, which way do you want to move? There. Okay.
Yep.
So you're kind of just leading them back into the trees. You notice as you're backing into the trees here, you notice on the right, which should be off of the printed map here, there is a third squad coming in that you guys saw from the hill earlier.
I cheer. Yes.
Okay.
I am worthy.
Let's see. Drum, you see the Myrmidon kill another thrall. Some of the thralls start turning towards Ravana here. This one's still on fire.
No. I see the well, and then I see the river.
A couple of them.
I see this little bucket next to me. The water.
You're surrounded by water at all sides. Yeah, a couple of the thralls start coming after you. What do you do?
From the floor, I kind of back away, and then I like lift up both my fists in desperation and clap them together and clap some fire into their faces.
Okay. So let's. Yeah, very good.
Hey,
Okay, deal your damage.
Ian fails successfully. You're avoiding experience.
Oh dear.
No, you're not. Not really.
I'll give you an experience point for that. Yeah, so you clap fire in their faces. Two of them are gonna slash you with their axes.
Uh-oh.
You take 6 damage minus your armor.
Ooh.
Gustav, you see Dram getting hit. You see the Myrmidon also starting to get chipped away at by these guys. What do you do? And of course, Jack is still in trouble, as always.
Yeah. He's not being speared to death, so that's a plus. I'm going to try to see if I can power up Dram so he can do one big hit. We can go and help Jack.
Okay.
There's only 16 to 1. I'm good.
All right. Oh, on Dram's next attack, he'll get 44.
Okay, nice. So Dram, remember that you get plus 44 damage on your next attack.
All right.
All right. The Myrmidon over here, who's got some people in tow from these buildings, is like, we've cleared these houses to the northeast. And then check this house, you hear one of them say, and they start going into these couple buildings. So you see one of the Myrmidons, run upstairs, and you could see in the window that, he's talking with your Nana, helping her, hobble down the stairs, get ready to leave the building. Let's see.
Hotter than that.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I just picked a random dwarf pog. Jack. So these thrall are still you pretty much you can get out of their reach, but you're kind of cornered up against the river here. What are you gonna do?
Well, go into the center of them and attack.
Alrighty, hack and slash.
Hack and slash. I'm good.
Actually, this is Defy Danger Con again. I would say because you're again it's about endurance more than skill at arms. Okay, so you're still gonna deal your damage twice.
All right, so damage. So that's 9 and 7, and I gotta do my burning brand. So I got +1 damage and thrown in here. So that is plus so 9, 11, and 8. damage.
Okay, so you did 19 total, is that right?
Yep.
Okay, so you actually managed to cut through the entire remainder of the squad with your flaming weapon that ignores their armor.
I love it. I love you. I love you, Drum.
Oh, if you love me, then you better save my life.
I'm worried about you, actually. I just love you from a distance. It makes the heart grow fonder.
The third squad of Thrall is shambling up to the outskirts of the village here. So you see them coming in, Jack.
All right. Did I take some damage, or did I kill him?
No, they're just coming into range now. So they're not doing anything to you this turn. Drem, you're cornered here. You're fighting with these two guys in melee. It kind of makes it hard for you to use your magic. What are you doing?
You've got the touch.
I'm breakdancing my way out of this.
Okay, we'll call that a defy danger dex.
Okay. I'm doing like that, that breakdance move. I kick my feet all around and like capoeira. And look at that.
Did you actually roll well?
I just leveled, guys.
Nice. There you go. Okay.
I try to do the breakdance moves, but like I don't got my balance right, and I just kind of fall into the dirt.
Okay, the Thrall are also interested in leveling you. You take 5 damage minus armor. Actually, minus twice your armor because there's 2 Thrall hitting you.
You're getting me back. It's on fire.
Yeah.
Not in a good way.
So you go to do this kind of dance move and flip over, and they just lift their axes and the axes come down. What part of your body gets hit by their first axe?
My back. Like,
okay, yeah.
I feel like I fell on my face, and then they just axed me in the back.
Okay, so you take it. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Take an extra point of damage and mark another experience point.
All right.
So you're like struggling to move a little bit because it hurts to get chopped in the back with an axe. It's no small thing. So they're on you pretty much, just slowly, methodically trying to take pieces off of you. You see Gustav, this Ravana kills another Thrall, or I should say destroys another Thrall. This one dies from the flames. This one dies from for some reason there's like a weird tooltip stuck in the middle of my screen. There we go. Losing track of my Thrall because the living Thrall or animated Thrall are like marching over the corpses of their comrades. They're the dismembered corpses of their comrades. It's getting kind of complicated in here, and so they're pressing on Ravana, and you see a couple of them get cuts on her. Gustav, and you can see Jack's about to confront another unit of Thrall. What do you do?
All right. Okay. How badly is Ravana hurt?
She looks like moderately injured, I would say. Like she's got actually let me be more specific. So she's got a slash across her left bicep, and she's kind of favoring that arm. She's using mainly the other arm to fight because they fight two-handed.
All right, so she's kind of fighting handicap.
Yeah.
I'm gonna help her out.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll heal her 1d8 and give. Actually, I'll heal her 2d8.
Okay, yeah. So do your healing, and you draw unwanted attention. I'm gonna say one of the Thrall hacks at you, Gustav. Actually, no, you already been noticed by the Watcher. Let's see.
What? That's rude.
Yeah. One of these Thrall comes after you, Gustav, and swings an axe at you. What do you do?
I'm going to go like, why is this by swinging? It's like, wait, look, what's that? To distract it away from me if I like, whoop, 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 away.
Okay, I mean, no words that come out of your mouth are going to distract it because it's not that intelligent.
Okay, I'll roll out of the way.
Okay, define danger dex. Okay, yeah, so you So you managed to put some distance or an obstacle between yourself and it. I'll let you decide where you wind up at, but you're still going to take damage.
I'm going to roll directly back in.
Okay, you take 1 damage minus your armor, so no damage if you have armor.
What armor?
Yeah, so then you take 1 damage. And are you climbing up on top of something there? What are you on top of?
No, like I roll backwards onto the wall of the building.
Okay, great.
I'm just like I hit my head. That's where the damage is.
Okay, yeah. So the thrall is kind of slowly closing on you, but you move back out of its way. But you managed to put enough distance that you can get away if you want to. Jack, you've got that third squad coming in. There's another 10 of them. I haven't put them all on the map here yet, but they're starting to march in.
Back up so you can unex these, and I'll just back up over here or something.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks.
I'm just
gonna leave a representative corpse here to show that there's a bunch of dead thrall in a pile there. And Jack, you notice as you're backpedaling away from these guys, which I'm assuming looks like you're doing, right? You notice that there are. You see the armored figure up on the hill. You see the armored figure that up on the hill that Gustav saw earlier. It looks like he's speaking to another person up there, and you recognize the figure of the faceless terror, the horned creature that's supposedly unkillable, and you see him confer briefly with this other figure, and then the other figure starts descending down the slope, heading in the general direction of the town, and he brings with him another couple units of thrall. And another unit of Solus as well.
I flip them off.
Okay. Whoever stops you from harassing the Watcher gains +1 forward. I'm not sure how that's gonna. Yeah, I'm not sure how that's gonna play out in practice here.
All right, these guys are coming wandering towards me.
Yeah, they're wandering towards you. Okay, so you can.
So I got. We'll do. Was it Burning Brand? I don't know if I have to do it yet, but we'll just check.
Yeah, so you get 3 uses each time you do it.
Yeah, it takes me. Though these things are tough, so I will do my hack and slash.
Okay, so
10. Take it.
Okay, deal your damage twice.
D8. Boom. That's 7 and 7.
Okay, that's
14.
Yeah, I'm just trying to.
15, 16. Fire.
Yeah, so you actually, with a couple of quick, precise strokes, you actually cut half of them down.
Master is best. Fire rules.
So there's now the pile of bodies that's in the middle here is now on fire. The fire that's up here is also spreading. Let me. It looks like some of this tree is starting to catch, and so the smoke is building up. The Myrkridian that's over here makes a run for this burning building, and you see that there's a person who is hiding in the doorway of this building who sees the soldiers coming, and they decide that this is the time that they want to make a break for it because the building is very on fire and there's a lot of crap going on around them, and they're just going to flee for their life. So they start running this way, and the Myrkridian stops them and says, "Is there anyone else inside?" Drum, what are you doing?
In case of emergency, pass.
He's gaining level.
And then I squeeze.
Would you stop using your special mod to loot? roll low.
Oh no, I throw out a powerful like fire fart.
Okay.
And then I turn around and I say, I'm farting fire with fire.
Oh god. All right, the Zuko style. Do it. All right, you got a hit. So roll deal your damage.
Plus 44.
Oh, plus 44. It worked.
That's cheating. Get over here.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
You're supposed to be cheering me.
So I'm gonna give you an option. If you catch Ravana at the edge of the blast here, you can kill this entire squad. If you don't, you can only kill these two.
Oh no, I gotta hurt Ravana a little bit. It's gotta happen.
You
Okay.
don't like Ravana, do you?
No, it's not that. She got too close. She got comfortable. I warned her.
You did.
She didn't believe it.
You did.
She didn't believe it.
That's
and,
fair.
You know.
Okay.
Damage.
And you even managed to get the one that's after Gustav. So you wiped out that whole squad basically. You see them like
No pain,
Holy
no
fart.
methane.
so you blast them all like they finally the corpses have finally like dried out enough in the sun that they start to catch, and when they do, it all goes up at once, and the fire jumps from one to another, and there's this kind of concussive force amidst them, and they all just go flying apart in pieces, and there's like axes and skulls and femurs going in every which direction all through the center of the
No
village here.
methane, no gain.
I'm gonna roll
I stand up and I
defy danger.
Okay. What are you defying? Are you avoiding flying femurs? Is that what you're doing?
No, whatever she is, avoiding the flame.
Oh, okay. No, that's that doesn't DM doesn't roll stuff. She's gonna get blasted because that was Dram's decision. So she goes down. She's not dead as far as you can tell. Like she's still breathing, but you see her crumple in a heap.
Stop.
Gustav, what do you do?
I rush over to go up.
Okay, do your arcane art.
Oh, good.
Nice. Okay, and just like that, she's on her feet again. You're helping her up, and she's disoriented for a second. Like, what happened?
A fart that you don't
fell,
want to remember.
And I came to rescue you. And like
You're gonna get lucky again.
Sure. She turns around confused. She looks out over the battlefield. She sees this other unit of Thrall, and she's like, "Have we got everybody?"
I don't know, but we're doing pretty well. And he tries to flex his muscle.
Okay.
Let me see if he actually does it. Oh yeah, there's a little bump.
Yeah. Okay, you got a little muscle there. She's like, "Yeah, tough guy. Go hack some with Thrall."
-1.
Oh god. Yeah. She smiles though. Yeah. So these guys, the Myrmidons, come up through. They kind of the Thrall are actually setting fire to these houses as they're going by. And the Myrmidon at this point is, seeing that there's more Myrmidons, seeing that there's more Thrall coming, he's kind of gives up on these two buildings, figuring that if anyone's going to escape from there, they've already done that by now. And he says, "All right, we're all clear. Let's get out of here." And then the Myrmidons start withdrawing back through the square. Jack, what do you do?
Well, boom. In the middle.
Okay.
I love being outnumbered. Bam.
All right. Deal your damage.
Okay. I defy danger, so they take a damage.
Okay. So deal your extra damage.
All right. Boom, and then that's +2 +3, and then I have to do a burning brand, I guess. So it's enough for the thing for the +1 damage.
You don't have to roll burning brand every time. You roll it every 3 uses. So.
I don't know how many uses I do when I hit people. So.
Okay.
Anyways, I do an extra D6, I guess, right? D6.
Yeah. What's your total?
10, 12, 13 points damage.
Okay. So you cut down 4 out of the 5 left from the squad. What does that look like? What did you hit them with?
Oh, I smashed him into the side of the building so that the fire got worse. So I say, Master, I approve of your methods. So basically, I smashed him into the side of the buildings.
Okay. And the last one
Red.
is gonna.
He makes an attack on me.
Okay, yeah. The last one is gonna feebly swing his axe at you as he marches through the flames. What do you do?
I just take it.
Okay, 5 minus armor.
Right.
He gets you like right on the collarbone. It hurts.
If it was just a 3, it wouldn't have done anything. Fucker.
All right, so you, I'm gonna say you finish off the last guy here. I'm not gonna make you roll for the fighting only one thrall. You guys have a matter of minutes before another army basically gets here. What do you do? Ravana wants to leave.
I like let the party know that like the watch has been watching us, and was it the faceless one?
Dude. Is that
Nana!
Yeah, you see that the Myrmidon group here is leading your Nana.
And I start healing up the party.
Okay. Yeah, so you take a minute to heal. They definitely appreciate the healing.
Strap on my Nana saddle.
Okay.
Nana
saddle, and, she jumps on my back.
Oh god. Okay.
So and I like Yoda.
Do you have a trench coat to throw over the both of you to impersonate a taller creature?
No, negative.
Okay, just checking.
It's just a Nana saddle.
Yeah, so you guys cleared the village. You saved all the people that could be saved, and you have you've got refugees now traveling with you down on the road. Do you guys want to do anything else here before you leave, or go do something else?
Put out a fire, maybe.
What
Can I redirect the flames away?
I
do like a squeezing motion, like I'm squeezing sponge.
Okay, yeah, one thing at a time. Zuko style first, roll it.
Roll a 10 plus. Damn it.
Okay, you put it out. Yeah.
It's better than nothing.
So you, as the army draws closer, it takes you about a minute. You have to do kind of each building individually, so it just slows you down a little bit. But you manage to quench all of the flames. The army draws closer. Gustav, what are you doing?
Well, Nana slides me biscuits.
Okay.
Oh.
Get biscuits?
Yeah, buns and biscuits, right? We talked about this, right?
We did. I admit it.
Alright, I'm gonna try something. Like when nobody's watching.
Okay. What do you do?
When no one's watching, I'm going to create a small force to like hold the enemy back.
Oh boy. Okay. Now this is getting interesting. When you demand corpses within reach or range rise as undead minions, they will do so under your mental control. Invest, remove, and rearrange skill ranks in your minions at this time. Now this is an important decision that's going to affect the world at large, not just you. Can an undead that's been destroyed be reanimated a second time?
Yes, but only if the roll to create it is greater than the original roll that was used to create it. I don't know.
That's too much bookkeeping.
The bones back together.
Okay.
So like raising them is one thing, but like if they're broken, you have to end them back together.
Okay, so you have to reassemble them basically, and then you can reanimate them. Is that what you're saying?
They have less hit points. They have less hit points altogether.
Okay.
Less what they were before. Is that what you mean?
No, like in order to like you need like actual like functional parts. So like for skeletons, if all the bones are broken, they're not going to function unless you can somehow bones to end back together.
Okay, so you have to find
Can we just
replacement
make
parts,
less
basically.
skeletons?
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
So like maybe 1 out of 5.
Okay, that's fair.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So let's see. What is it? You send your mana control. Invest, remove, and rearrange skill ranks in your minions at this time. Minions act like hirelings, but they have no cost and always obey. Invested skills have a maximum rank of 6. Your level, whichever is the lower. There's no skill ranks in this game, are there? Did this?
Well, no. The basically the skills would be
What's that?
like the moves. They would have.
Okay, I think.
Basically, you like invest them to fighters or dancers or like.
Okay.
As a bard, they would be backup dancers.
Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, so for now, I'm just gonna have you roll a d3 to see how many undead you can reconstruct from this pile of bones here. Okay, and did this create undead move? Did it come from a third party class?
Yeah.
Okay, could you send me the class name in chat so I can check it out after? I think we might want to make some revisions there for later.
You're a wild man.
Okay, so you get one solitary thrall standing back up, doing your bidding. What do you want it to do?
I'm going to have it over here, dancing the thriller to distract the enemy army.
The Myrmidons turning, they see this thrall coming back the other way, and they're like, "What under the light?" And they go to attack it. What do you do?
No, like they've already evacuated, right? I said I did it like outside.
So you're waiting till everybody else leaves? Okay, roll me Defy Danger Dex to avoid notice. Okay. So you get this. You do it after everybody leaves. You linger behind for a minute. They kind of let you go. The Myrmidon says, they claps you on the shoulder and says, "We're leaving," and you go kind of into the square and you do this thing. When you stand up and look around, though, the Myrmidon is watching you, so he saw you do this. And he looks concerned, is a mild way to put it.
Oh.
Okay, he rejoins Ravana and the others as you guys are withdrawing from the village, and you send your one thrall to go and fight the army. Is that right?
Yep,
It's not like I don't want to fight the army.
I'll fight.
Okay, yeah, it's not the worst strategy. Honestly, they will
go up. He's gonna go up to them and be like, "Hey guys, the battle's over here."
They will follow it around for a couple minutes, trying to hack at it until the Soulless manage to take it apart. So it does actually buy you some time. All right, and you guys withdraw, and we are going to wrap up there for tonight. So let's do the end of session move. Let's see. Okay, when you reach the end of a session, so each of you guys choose one of your bonds that you feel is resolved, completely explored, no longer relevant, or otherwise. Ask the player character you have a bond with if they agree. If they do, mark experience and write a new bond. Does anybody have a bond that they feel was resolved?
Yeah, Jack won't leave the nest. I think Jack has.
Jack is mad at Dramstroker, tried to drown him. He's okay now.
Okay, great.
Master is. So now Jack is no longer mad at Dramstroker. He is. Jack praises Dram.
Okay, and then
the problem is, the problem is that he calls him Drakstroker.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he spread his wings too far, and I think he's got to rein him in a little bit. So Jack is too independent. He's got Icarus syndrome.
Okay, very good.
I'm all fucked up. I'm at 4 hit points. Like 19.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So you guys have to help Jack. I'm sure that Gustav was going to give you some healing when you guys met camp, or as you guys are marching. Does any other bonds we felt are resolved?
I got recognition for sure.
For sure.
And I got let me look how many XP I got from fucked up shit. I think it was 3.
Okay. All right, and then
I sung a new original song for Jam.
Okay.
What'd you get? All right, let me hear it.
It was like right as Dram was being inspired him to like do the big Kamehameha hot fart.
Yeah. That was big. I'm gonna have to change my bond for
Yeah,
that.
Got the fart power.
even the Myrkridian got fucked up.
The fart heard around the world.
Jack was around the corner and he still heard it.
Farticus.
All right, so yeah, you can, if you feel that bond is resolved, you can mark that off and then create a new bond. Do you want to create a new bond?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Gustav's songs will free the world. I will tell of his. I will tell of his valorious music. Okay, so I get an XP for every bond I do, right?
Correct. Yeah, each bond that you resolved.
I'm racking them up now. Jeez.
I'm like Rufus's bait. He wasn't here, so it doesn't count. Gustav. I don't really have anything. Pickle. He's not been here for a few rounds. I wish he'd come back.
Yeah.
Have you pinched him or poked him?
No, I haven't.
No, I mean, but he sees, when I post. I'm sure if he can come, he'll come.
All right.
All right. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
On the Watcher.
Watcher.
The Watcher's secretly gay.
I don't know if that was established in the session.
He likes dead things. He's into necromancy.
I know. I feel like didn't you guys see the Watcher last session or in the battle at Gower or no?
But
Yeah.
he proved himself by like all his
that's a stretch.
his friends. We had somebody else though.
Well, no, there's an easier answer. Did we learn something new about? Yeah, we've come to 12 duns. So isn't that something new?
Yeah, that worked. That counts. Okay, so everybody mark an experience for that.
All right.
And then, did we overcome a notable monster or enemy?
Not really.
Although that was a dicey fight.
A lot. Does a lot count?
I would say that counts. That was like a major pitch battle. So yeah, everybody take an experience point for that.
I'm going a lot. They were the same things, but they were a lot.
Yeah, that's kind of how the Myth universe do.
Indigestion.
Yeah.
Indigestion.
All right, and did we loot a memorable treasure?
Hey, we got the.
We got that Medal of Honor, but that's the only thing we got, really.
I'll let you guys decide if that counts.
We got buns.
I don't know. The buns.
I think you're like rescuing Dram's aunt.
Dram's aunt is a treasure.
She looks hot for a MILF. She's a MILF. A GILF?
Okay, I'm right.
You're gonna have to dub this thing.
No, a dwilf. A dwilf.
I'm writing.
Dwilf. Yeah.
I'm writing this in the notes for next time. Dram's not as a treasure. Okay.
And Dram's just making sure that Gustav stays at least 50 feet away from his aunt.
Yeah. Don't let Gustav near your aunt. You're in trouble.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm like,
every time Gustav looks her way, it's like
Your aunt is not going to appreciate Drom Stoker's
She's my nanny, no relation.
no relation. I like that last part.
She's my nanny. I know I called her Nana a couple times, didn't I? I meant nanny. She's a nanny.
Okay.
Nana, buddy. Come on. I had a Nana too. It's grandma.
All right. So is it safe to
She's my mom, but she lied to me about being my mom so I could have an epic hero story.
To give them extra XP for backstory.
Okay.
To make sure I got an extra XP in life.
All right.
She pretended to be my nanny.
All right. So point of order: is it safe to assume that you guys are going to camp once you reach a safe distance from the village and the army?
I got a level.
Okay. Oh yeah. So everybody can, if you have enough experience, you can level up for next session.
XP. What is it? I'm 4th level, so I need 10. So I only have 8.
I got so
I didn't actually fuck up as much as I normally do.
That was fortunate in this case, I think.
I think so. I was on 4 hit points.
Yeah.
Hey, bitch, roll some 2d8 or something to give me some hit points. Gustav. There you go. Now we're talking.
There you go. You got hit points back.
All right, I'll be at 12. That's much better.
All right. And that's it for tonight. Thanks, guys. Good game.
Thank you.
All right, thanks.
Thank you, Russ. Have a good night, everybody. Good game.
I'm not as much as a failure as I'm used to. Fuck it.
All right, we're gonna wrap the stream there.
You out leveled.
I want to say thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to follow if you're watching on Twitch, or subscribe. It's free if you're watching on YouTube. Have a good evening, and I will see you all next time. Take care, folks.
Fucked up.